Welcome to Construction Day, where we bring the outdoors in, creating a structural interior pergola. Last night, which was Friday, we ran to Lowe's. I'm gonna throw a few clips in here. Heavy wood. By the way, it's Friday night. Got the wood, so excited, ready to head home. So you see, we got our wood, our paint, our screws, everything we need to construct this pergola, and we brought it home. Before we get started, I need to point out a few things that are going to change. Because this pergola is going to carry a lot of weight, we had to locate the studs, and in doing so, sort of created a mathematical problem as far as what we have on the wall right here. So ultimately, what we figured out was we're gonna have to move this mirror and this shutter and bring it in a little bit closer, because the stud over there we need access to, and I believe this is sort of covering it up slightly. So we need to move over, which we can do, and then that will allow us to tap into a stud here, one in the center, possibly, we're still thinking about that, and one over there, which will allow us to carry the load above. I was so conflicted because I didn't want to move the mirror or the shutter, but it just has to be done. It has to, in order to bring this look to life. Okay, so if I remember correctly, the stud is about right here. So we're gonna have to shift this and this mirror over. Probably, we're gonna have to scoot it over probably to about here. And I'm okay with that. I didn't really want to, but you gotta roll with the punches if you wanna make your vision come to life. Okay, so I have it on the one, and then I hit the side button, and I believe that calibrates it. And then that allows me to move it alongside the wall, and it will tell me where the stud is, which is right there. Okay, there we go. Slide it. Okay, and that's where a stud is. Okay, so now what's gonna happen is I'm gonna head outside. We're gonna make our measurements and do all of our cuts. Then we're going to prime and paint the wood pieces. I'll probably come in here, move the mirror, move the shutter, get those in place, and then we're gonna be ready to assemble. Now, with the paint drying times and all of that, I don't know if that's gonna happen today or tomorrow. So anyway, we have a lot of work ahead of us. Let's head out. One board down, 6 more to go. So these are going to be the tops of the corbels, and we're trying to figure out sort of what sort of design do we want. Underneath it, we're not sure if we're going to do some sort of an angle cut or something decorative. Sort of, you know, whatever we think we can make work with the tools we have. So stay tuned. Bought this fire pit last fall. We never put it together, and it's a beautiful day, but it's a little bit chilly. It's in the low 60s, and I thought perfect day to put this fire pit together, a nice toasty fire going while we cut the wood pieces. Just got the fire pit put together, and I would have to say it's a nice one. You can actually cook on this if you choose to, you know, or use the lid. Got some firewood. So this is the prototype, just cut. I think we're gonna go with this look. Just remember, it's gonna be painted all black. So we have to do 6 of these. We're not sure if we want to double up to make it look more substantial. We're gonna do the cuts and then map it out where we want to go with this. Okay, right here on this workbench, we're trying to decide the look. And we're using cardboard sort of as a prototype to kind of get the look and feel of what we're going for. So this is sort of like the support beam, and this is probably how it would look up against the wall. So, but with a thicker, you know, board, obviously. So we're kind of thinking of doubling up, but leaving some space in between just to make this look more substantial. So decisions. So this angle cut right here would be the simplest way to knock it out faster without, you know, putting the design factor in here. That's what we're trying to figure out. Do we want to go simplistic and just get the job done, or go more intricate with the design? By the way, I want to show you guys something. We desperately needed light in this garage. So we did that on the ceiling. Let there be light. That's all I can say. It's really bright in the garage, especially at night. You won't believe how much it cost. So inexpensive, fairly easy install, and Amazon. Okay, so this is what we were using initially, but I think we want to take this down further because it looks more substantial. I think that's the route we're going to go. Okay, so this is definitely the look we're going for now. And then this will be angled into the wood. We're not sure if we're gonna notch it in or just, we don't know, but this is the look. So all of the slats are cut, and then we have to prime and paint them. Okay, so this is a whole bunch of pieces put together, and this would have been the ultimate awesome corbel, but the weight on that is so heavy that we just don't feel like it's appropriate to put on the drywall. That's why we're opting to go the route we're going. But I did want to show you what it looks like if you make your own. You can really make a cool, you know, intricate looking corbel if you choose to. So we just notched this right here so this board can fit in nice and tight and it's nice and flush. So we did notches here and here and here. And this is how we're going to secure the horizontal beams. Going in with a black flat primer, let's do it. Saturday afternoon. I am a complete mess right now. I've got black paint on my hands. We had a good, productive day. We did all the measurements, we did all the cuts, we primed, we painted, and now it's literally the waiting game, letting everything dry. And so I'm gonna have to leave you with a cliffhanger because we're not gonna get it finished today. How this is gonna turn out, I'm hopeful, I really am. But anyway, I will see you